So in this segment, what we want to capture is how to find probate notes so that you can make sure that things are getting done prior to your hearings. Failure to do these things will almost always translate into extending your calendars months, in some cases many months. So it's really important when we're looking at hearing dates to know that your attorney is clearing the notes in time so that you don't risk being continued. Most continuances are 45 to 60 days out. So if they don't do something that they probably should have done, this is where the problem usually lies. So how do we find out this information? First we go to, in this case I'm just going to do Los Angeles court, but they all function the same way. And you want to take a quick look at the case. This will take you to where you can see hearings, future hearings, etc., if there are any required. When you have hearings coming up, you'll take the same case information. So let's take the case number. And then we'll go to probate notes. So this is where you want to make sure you get. And then we'll put the case number in here. And in this case, there's no notes because there's not a future hearing coming up. However, if you look at past hearings, so imagine this is your case and you have a hearing date coming up. Okay, these notes are what have to be cleared. And so when you go through these things, your attorney's supposed to be dealing with filing the supplements, getting this information in, and clearing these things. And one of the things to pay attention to when you see these things are, see this right here, JTD? This means judge to determine. So at this hearing, what they were doing was they were creating a supplement from having their case be continued, and what it resulted was, you see these matters to clear here? So this is the communication from the probate attorney, who's this person's signature, to the attorney and to the judge. So your attorney represents an estate, he's your representative, and you're going to file, and he's submitting these documents, which are reviewed by the internal probate attorney. Probate attorney then reviews it, and these people are excellent at the technical aspects of how the probate law is supposed to be applied. And so when they read these things, normally matters to clear are questions they have that aren't addressed in the petition, or they're mistakes that are made on the filing, and they need clarity so that they can sit there and recommend what the judge ought to do. In this case, the relief, number one, judge to determine admission of will. So in this case, they have a copy of a will. They're trying to determine whether the will is appropriate to be admitted. In this case, if there's a will, then you have that instruction that the executor has to execute on. If there isn't, then you fall into the rules of intestate succession, and that's a separate way to clear probate. Both of them do, obviously, because the will is an instruction from the decedent. Without a will, the court has a process to unwind estates. But this is where you find out what your attorney is supposed to be doing before your hearing, and that's what really matters. So when you go inside probate notes, when you have an upcoming hearing, you always want to look at these at least 72 hours before, so that if there's things down here that you can read as a question, and that question then gets put in the form of a request, so to speak, to your attorney about, I have a question about this issue. I need this clarified so I can make a recommendation, once again, for the relief on how to solve the matter and approve the petition. This is the communique that your attorney will provide back to the courts. But the important thing is that when you have a hearing, like I said previously, is that you know that these supplements are submitted to the courts prior to your hearing date so that the probate attorney has time to review them and make a recommendation for the calendared hearing that you have. So hope this helps you understand that better. And please stay tuned. We have a lot of other good content that helps probate administrators do good jobs and their administration, as well as how to best navigate a probate estate when you might be selling property. So this is Derek Rangel with Sentinel Realty Properties, powered by EXP, signing out. Bye-bye.